Then he next asks Ankit, I do the opposite of what my tendencies force me to do, and it creates a lot of tension in my mind, sometimes even a headache. Sometimes doing this leads to fear, revenge gripping me even more. Whenever my actions are out of fear, I try to find something not coming from fear, but it feels like the moment fear, anger, revenge came, the game had already been lost. I feel like something deeper needs to change, but all the changes I make are just like masks. Deep down, I am still the same. The only conclusion I always come to is I should not have any choice in my life and the decision has to be automatic, which always creates fear in me. What should I do? So there is a reversible chemical reaction, right? You know what reversible reactions are. They can proceed from left to right of the equation or from the right to left of the equation. So Ankit had a reaction proceeding from left to right, as reactions usually do, right? Na plus H2O gives you NaOH plus some gas and some energy. A lot of energy. So there was a reaction like this, a reversible one. This one, in our example, is not reversible. And this reaction really disturbs Ankit. So he makes the reaction flow in the opposite direction. He says, I want to be free of chemistry. And what's the way to be free from chemistry? Instead of letting the reaction proceed from left to right, as it usually does, I'll make it flow from right to left. And when it happens from right to left, I say it is no more a reaction. This is freedom from reactivity. Is it? Is it? So, how can trying the opposite of what your tendencies want you to do imply liberation from tendencies? Your tendency says, go roam the world. In the world you will find something grand. And you say, no, no, no. Because the tendency is asking me to step out of the house, I'll deliberately confine myself to the house. How will that help? There is something that your tendency wants. The tendency thinks that it can be obtained in the world. The tendency is foolish. Probably what it wants cannot be obtained in the world. But then what is the wise thing that you are doing? You are saying, I won't venture out. I'll stay confined in the house. Now, will that satisfy your tendency? The tendency had wanted something. Is that thing available within your house? Then what is the point in blindly opposing the tendency? What is the point? The opposite of false action is just another false action, is it not? If you are false, then is your reflection in the mirror true? Why is it not true? Everything about you is reversed there. Right hand becomes left. Left eye becomes right. No? Your mirror image is some kind of reversal. But if you are false, can your image be true? So get out of this notion that the opposite of a false thing is true. No. The opposite of false is another kind of false, and this is called duality. And the truth, well, it has no opposites. Are you getting it? This is a very, very common mistake. Very common mistake. You are sleepwalking and going towards left, and somebody apprehends you, probably a well-wisher, and says, "Sir, this is not right. This is not right. You are sleepwalking and going towards the left. This is not right." And you say, "Yes, I'll do the right. I'll turn towards right." Now you are sleepwalking towards the right. And then you probably turn back and look over your shoulder and question your well-wisher. "This is right, isn't it?" What can the fellow say? If your inner state remains as it is, what is the point in changing or reversing directions? You are drunk and driving towards north. There is some probability of accident, right? And you are warned of that. So you take a U-turn and start driving towards south. Now you see, I was doing the wrong thing. Now I am doing exactly the opposite of the wrong thing. So this must be the right thing. Now I'll not meet an accident. Now the probability of accident has only increased. Because not only are you still drunk, you are now even more careless and vain. Now you think that you're doing the right thing, when the thing is that you are still as drunk as you were when you were driving to get it. But Ankit too realizes that. He says, "I know that this won't work, but I'm afraid of that which would work." So he says, "I know that all the changes I make are just masks. Hence, I should really not have any choice in my life, and the decision has to be automatic, and this always creates fear in me. What should I do?" No. How can the decision outside your choices create fear in you, Ankit? Your choices are all within your imagination, are they not? When you have a choice, you have an imagination related to the choice, correct? You cannot have a choice without having the concept of the choice and the concept of the outcome related to the choice. Some idea you have, whether sharp or faint. If you are to really choose something outside of your set of personal choices, then it implies that the thing outside is beyond your imagination, correct? If it is really outside. If it is really outside, it will also be outside your imagination. If it is outside your imagination, then how can it terrify you? To be terrified, you need an image. Only an image can terrify you. How can nothingness terrify you? Provided you have not turned nothingness itself into an image. When you say that you are terrified of the unknown, you are lying. Nobody can be terrified of the unknown. When you say you're terrified of the unknown, you are actually saying two things. One, you are very happy in the domain of the known, and you are terrified of the known coming to an end. The known comforts, the known consoles, and you don't like that it would come to an end. So that is one thing that you imply when you say you are afraid of the unknown. And the second thing is that you have already gone ahead and dared to sketch an image of the unknown. Who sketched that image? You did. And you sketched such an image, obviously deliberately, that you are afraid of your own self-made image. So now you know why you made the image. To be terrified of it, so that you need not venture into the unknown. This automatic that you are talking of, Ankit, is the unknown really, right? When you say, I must not make choices, choices must be automatic. Then you mean that choices should come from a spontaneous center. You mean the choices should come from the depth of the heart. Then you will not know about the choices in advance. Only then the choices would really be authentic, original. But we are very happy with the kind of choices we are currently making. We do not want to engage ourselves beyond these choices that we are currently engaging. So what is the trick we play upon ourselves? When the unknown beckons, we turn the unknown too into an image, and we deliberately make that image terrifying, and then we say, well, the unknown is terrifying, the known is comfortable, so choice is obvious. That is our way of remaining within our safe and secure field. Talk of the unknown as if it is quite monstrous. Ankit, ask yourself again and again, if the unknown is really unknown, how can I be afraid of it? Fear requires some image, some knowledge, doesn't it? If you really do not know anything about something, really do not know anything, how will you afford to be afraid of that thing? Knowledge is a prerequisite for fear. Adam and Eve were pretty fearless before the apple. After the apple, they started looking for cover. Apple gave them knowledge, and along with knowledge came fear. All in all, it is just that we are comfortable as we are.